Hello and welcome back. We are playing as the Dutch East Indies, or as I'm liking to calling it, the Irish East Indies, because our most accepted pop is actually not Dutch, it is in fact Irish. Although they have been being converted to Dutch, they haven't been assimilating. We used to have 200k Irish and like 40k Dutch, and so they're all starting to become Dutch as it goes. Last episode was not particularly eventful. We did become a great power in that episode. Kind of did some small ballish expansion, these sorts of things. Really looking on, hopefully managing to get this war through. We started a play against New Granada. We're expecting the UK to join, and then we just reload. You know, I really wish the systems were a lot more transparent in terms of, like, when you start to play, how things look, or like the information that's presented to you, or like even if I could accrue half an infamy to like write a letter to the UK and be like, hey, are you going to join this war against us? Like this would be really nice. Like they're genial, amicable, and then like it says they're likely to remain neutral in the play, and then they just join every play against us. It's a little bit of a thing, but okay. Hopefully this episode we managed to finally get multiculturalism, which of course with an acceptance rate of this, almost everyone is discriminated against, so multiculturalism is just extremely important for us specifically in the Dutch East Indies, and so hopefully we can get it through. We'll see what we can do. They are fearful. We of course will add extra war goals in that likely have to do with yeah. And they want to conquer Sambas. This is not something we would be okay with, and so we're just going to take a load. A bit unfortunate, but kind of what we were expecting. You know, having to tread a little bit lightly because of the UK. I mean, we could start... We want to go into Sulu, but they've been improving relations with us this entire time. We've been damaging relations. We don't want to expel their diplomats just to get it in. I mean... It's a little bit hard to find productive places to expand. Could just, like, annex Booligan. This wouldn't be terrible. It's unlikely they join against us. This doesn't generate kind of the level of infamy we would want, really. Some of these bigger guys were like customs unioning anyways. Which is maybe how we have to get New Granada in. Maybe we just like annex Damagram or whatever. So we have 0 infamy right now. And this would allow us to colonize heirs. So this is something that's kind of nice. Normally we would just Dominion and then annex though. Let's just Dominion and then annex. And we will put in primary war goals opening their market. Actually, we will wait and see if we can invite Great Britain on our side to open their market, and if that's the case, then we should be in pretty good shape. I guess we can annex our subject over here. They do get 5 free construction though, and this is like non-zero. It's starting to become less of a factor. Alright, we will ban slavery and open market as primary war goals. That way, we don't have Great Britain joining to like open their market, and then we'll ask for war reps as a secondary war goal. Austria manages to fix their revolution. We get Brazil interest activated. We do want to get Brazil in the customs union. Don't quite want to bankroll them. Can't even afford to bankroll them. Let's see if we can make a rivalry somewhere. Where is a little bit of a productive rivalry? We are rivaling Spain already. Don't want to rival any of these like GP big people, except for maybe ones that already have rivalries with. So it looks like Austria also kind of doesn't like us a tremendous amount anyways. So why don't we rival Austria, which is not something I normally do, but we are just trying to make Great Britain like us more, because they're already rivaling Austria. Which will give us more of this juice. Once we get health insurance, we will also be swapping over. You want a defensive pack? No thanks. Although defensive packs have gotten a little bit bigger, apparently they have fixed where people, if you have a defensive pact, it gives powerful protectors. And so it used to be you'd never want to defensive pact people, you were looking like Diplo integrate, and now you can do that. Are you gonna just back down? Alright, we get private health insurance. So now we're gonna come back and try and again get census suffrage. We are expecting to have trouble passing this. It'll be nice if we can get it through. If we can't get it through, it's kind of what we expect. It will help to bring the trade unionists up quite a bit, which is kind of what we're caring about right now. Alright, we're just going to say unfortunate. We might want to try and get them to stay, but... Whoop, that's not good that we weren't on that before. I thought we swapped over. We must have, like, reloaded or something. And the chem plants, we will swap over to all the best PMs. Demogram backs down. So it is going to be one we want to annex relatively early because it's going to give us more fronts to colonize. I think we also dominioned them. Maybe we should have not done a dominion and done a different one instead. Can you stop improving relations already so we can get negative relations? I think we do want to get at least some foothold in Hero, so we'll just come in there to try and, you know, do that. It's going to be a very slow expansion, but this is not the end of the world. We will just take a look at our bankrolls and see if we can maybe do anything. Philippines, we're waiting. Alright, Kiva we can get in the customs union. Peru, Bolivia is in the customs union. We're trying to protectorate them. Bukhara, we cannot get in the customs union yet. We're making a ton of money. Why, oh why are we making so much money? So, I mean, this has kind of been the story. This was a little bit the story of the last episode, is just cranking up construction a whole lot. Because, what is it? Laissez-faire is still really good. Maybe these guys drop off because we're trying to do a universal suffrage. We remove the obligation from Kiva. We do want to declare another war because we still are low on the infamy. I guess we could annex Congo. This is not... this is something we want to do. We can't do it yet. We could annex Liberia. I would rather annex over here. So maybe it's time for Booligan to say goodbye. The 5 free construction is becoming increasingly less useful. Also, Booligan is has some land that is part of incorporated states, and so overall, it's like more of a productive of an annex because we will be able to tax the pops straight away because we already have East Borneo incorporated. So overall, it seems a little bit better. I think we expand the military a little bit because what's gating us to be able to protectorate the Philippines is just... Oop. Now before it was minus... Okay, it's minus 51. And if we get one more army power projection, we will be able to diplomatically protectorate them. And so we have been expanding the military quite a bit just to try and hit that. But to no avail. We're just going to add 4 at the back of the queue. These places need to employ anyways, and they're having a hard time. We did pass no migration controls, which will help out. We were kind of holding off on it because we were just wanting to get multiculturalism and just stay on migration controls, because if you have multiculturalism, migration controls don't do anything, but hopefully this is unfortunate. We're probably going to come off of this again. We don't want to eat 10k for forever, just to like half the interest. Oh, we're still going to take another tick of census suffrage, I think. No, it's probably faster just to come off of it and then get back on it. We'll see if we can pass any productive laws. Probably not. We don't want to go for universal suffrage. This will radicalize the Industrialists. We can pass something the Industrialists like, though. We can pass poor laws. And this will cause us to have a bureaucratic deficit, which we can very rarely resolve by building more government administrations, which we kind of want to do anyways because they employ bureaucrats who are partially trade unionists who we're trying to bring up anyways. And so this will help for that. Let's see if we have insufficient tax capacity anywhere. We do not. This place is isolated, so we will put this at the back of the queue on that for the Hero Land. And we will just annex Booligan pretty easily here. Not expecting them to back down. We will, again, be at 0 infamy at the end of this. Kind of would like to go after the Netherlands a bit, but gonna maybe need Prussia or someone's help. We're improving relations with Prussia. In theory, Prussia should like us quite a bit. So we are enemies with Austria, which is maybe a bit of a mistake, but not sure. We have another obligation with the Sikh Empire. Let's invite them to the Customs Union, using said obligation. They also have a lot of pop, so once we're not discriminating, we can actually sap off that pop, which will be nice. Efficient agriculture. And always just do the migration attraction +1. Standard of living is steadily climbing here. Got a decent SOL. Still really, yeah. Maybe after poor laws we can even go for universal suffrage, because that won't radicalize the landowners, because the landowners will be happy about having just passed poor laws, but poor laws will kneecap the rural folk a little bit. I guess this is actually okay with us, because the trade unionists all generally have more money. If we look, they're like engineers, machinists. They don't have this like relatively low I guess there's some peasants, but they won't be accepting money as much. We'll take this. Or actually, Moluccas. Yeah, Moluccas actually does have a ton of industry. We don't want to take that malice there, unfortunately. Auto queue is building out quite a bit of stuff that generally we like, not entirely. I think we do want to expand construction a bit more as well. So we are making money, and we kind of want to actually be losing a little bit of money. Lucas does have quite a bit of expansion going on, so we'll just put all that in there. And then we should be losing a pretty penny. I think that, yeah, this is all East Borneo and North Borneo. So we should be good. Let's just double check to make sure we don't need to reset. We do. Not resetting PMs in the capital, because I think we have it different for a reason. We get poor laws, and we have the administration to handle it. Do we have a big enough military for you guys yet? No. What's that about? I think we need to promote one of these boyos. We'll promote the guy with cancer. You can be lead general before you die, I suppose. And now we want to declare another war. Now, I think annexing Congo would be good. We still have a truce. Going into Zulu would be real good. Can't do it. I mean, we could conquer Marquet, which I think is in the strategic region of Southern Africa, which would hurt our relation with Zululand. It's kind of a little bit of a blunt instrument move, but I kind of like it. Right, because we can't go in on the Netherlands. If we dominion them, Great Britain's going to side against us. Even though this is like the main goal of the run, I think at this point. We can't go in on... Really... Great Britain's really just been kneecapping our ability to go in on anyone. And maybe they don't care if we fight Portugal. I guess we would want to fight Portugal for this dirt. And we have to fight them anyways for this dirt. So what about taking... the Portuguese Sunda Islands as the primary war goal. So we're just going to save. I think this is, yeah, this is all just... We're going to save and go after the Portuguese Sunda Islands and try and get them out of here. But maybe we want this and the Portuguese Sunda Islands. This is going to be quite a lot of infamy. But it also gives negative relations with the Ranhe, Transvaal, and Zulu, which is what we want. So let's go for this. And it looks like we won't be able to sway the UK, which would be nice if we could. But let's also try and conquer Sunda Islands. which is going to give us a ton of infamy to decay. And they are still genial, so maybe they let this go through. We're certainly strong enough for this war. We will put our 31 stack over here. We'll probably land the smaller stack on their capital. Great Britain sides with Portugal, of course. Can't allow anything. No fun is allowed. Well, no, we're not going to do this yet. We will see what Great Britain was offered, which is conquer Sambas. So they just keep wanting conquering Sambas, so we will instead annex Sambas. And I guess, like, for whatever reason, they don't want to take states from you. They want to take your subjects' states. And so, I don't know, it's frustrating. Where's Sambas? Alright, sorry, bud. We had a nice run. You built up a ton, I'm assuming. You built up a decent amount with your 5 free whatever. You also got gold mines, so this is probably okay. We'll put this guy on here. And the UK can't join to conquer Sambas, but they have been joining on this, so I guess we're just going to be integrating these guys a little bit. We got a little bit of infamy decay, but we're probably going to waste some of our decay here, but this is not the end of the world. It's not trying to go for like the uber min-maxed run. Now, we can pass a law, and I think I know which one we want. We're waiting to be able to do this. Now, we would not radicalize them, but I really think we would rather have census suffrage anyways. We urbanized the Dutch East Indies. We'll take loyalists, I guess. Are starting to generate a bit of loyalists, which is nice. Not too many, because discrimination. We don't accept a huge majority of our pops. Which is a bit of a problem. I guess we're just slowly annexing these guys. I don't know. The problem is we have too many, like, it's a little bit, yeah, I think the UK is a little bit too gung-ho about joining in against us, and it is frustrating a little bit, but it's also the game, right? Philippines, we're waiting for them to accept. Cuba is in a customs union. Peru, Bolivia, we're trying to maybe get this. They are defending the borders though, so maybe we just want to save our money. This is a bit of an expensive bankroll, so let's just save our money for now. And then we're losing a decent amount of money. We've upped construction quite a bit this episode already, just like up like a third-ish. Which is really the name of the game anyways. Maybe we could fight Belgium and look to just take one province or something, or dominion them. I know they have a really large pop, but the UK is not as aggressive about wanting to fight Belgium, or fight for Belgium as they are for wanting to fight for... Actually, but we could try and Diplo incorporate them. Let's actually think about this. So how close are you? Belgium market's not adjacent. Let's just not do anything with them. I think this is fine. Great Britain wants a defensive pact. I mean, I would love an alliance with them. This will move us in that direction. I think we have to join whenever they have an uprising, but I think this makes it less likely that they're going to join in against us at points. We annex Sambas. Hooray. I think we do, this is part of Incorporated, so that's good. And then we can also build more gold mines, which is also really good. So let's come in here and reset the PMs here. Not sure what PM exactly needs resetting here, but I think it's intentional, so that's why I'm not changing it. Alright, we do want to declare another war here, so I guess we're going to save. Now that we have the defensive pact with the UK, maybe they don't stick their finger in our pie. But now it doesn't seem to indicate that the Great Britain's going to join against us on this. I mean, there's still probably a decent chance that they do, but it's not saying that it's probable. So maybe the defensive pact with the UK is the way. This is the way. We should be able to start passing this relatively soon. 4 weeks, okay. France siding with the Netherlands is annoying. Belgium will side with us? Come on. Don't think we can fight France. Oh, France abandoned the Netherlands. Okay. I see you. Now it says we could sway Belgium. What would Belgium take? Because we would actually love to have that front. I assume they want dirt. Oh, just humiliate the Netherlands? Sure. This makes things easier for us. You side and then you abandon, then you side. What is this about? So we're probably gonna have to load here because of France. Come on, France. You're antagonistic. You're antagonistic because we have a defense pact. Oh no, because we're in conflict. Yeah, okay. I mean, that makes sense. Could you just, like, maybe not do that? We have a trade agreement with them and everything. We were trying to play so nice. I mean, I think we're loading here, but unless we can enforce on the Netherlands faster than France can enforce on us, which I really don't think we can. Let's just take a quick look at the difference. They have around 2k army power projection, and we have around 300. So, don't think we're there yet. We could, in theory, do this in a little bit. It's not as bad as the UK, I think, but which I guess this is what we will be trying to do that in a little bit, which is but that the UK does not want to join as much against us is indicative that we might be able to dominion here in New Granada. And just hope that France doesn't join this play instead. And now we have a big infamy decay going on. We're also making a ton of money. The investment pool is draining a ton though, so that's fake news. Not really making a ton of money. Guess we want to keep slowly upping the military, so let's come in here and... Oh, we have a nice even 50 right now though. Yeah, I can't mess with that. I lied. So we have 4 in reserve, I guess. Or we have 4 in places that are not in the... Nope, they're all here, and they're all... Oh, they just need to employ is what's going on. Okay, fair enough. Now, we think we could increase an institution if we wanted. Don't think we wanted. It looks like we're going to get this off. Let us ban slavery in New Granada and open the market in New Granada and ask for war reps, but have the war reps not be primary. Would love for them to just back down, but if they don't, it's kind of whatever. They are minus 75 fearful, but We want the future of the Panama Canal. Also, this will all be fast incorporation because it's European land, and we are of European descent, despite, you know, this whole situation, which is not good. But I think we should be able to come in and try and go census suffrage now. The little trade unions that could. Would love for them to have a come up. I thought that was like a late side in our play. I was like gonna be so sad there for a sec. Let's make sure all of our colonies are growing where we want them. We're not colonizing here in all those places because they have severe malaria instead of regular malaria. So we would be much, much slower. We'll just try and land up there and then land with the capital. I think we might want to increase the size of the military a little bit here. So we'll just add 5. We do want to protect our Philippines, which we have been waiting on. Oh, we lost a score, so Philippines have actually been increasing the size of the military, or been getting a better military through PMs or whatever. Russia's importing tools from us. Nice, nice, nice. We are going to research shift work pretty soon here. So I think we do want to push for a 51 here, so let's just put this in the queue. We will need more infrastructure to support that, so we'll just do that. We got our queue pretty handled for a while. I guess maybe... Oh, we get our landing off, so let's move the guy over. Or actually, let's just land with the other guy, like right here. Because this guy should be able to push just fine, then he'll come up against it. I think the capital is inland, if I recall correctly. Let's actually... There's no need to recall. Is the capital really Panama? Where's your capital? Is my brain not working? This is a split state. Green or grass. Andes, green or grass. Where's the capital? Where's the capital state? What? Okay, I'm confused. I think I thought that this was their capital state. I'm just not reading it. Maybe the UI's changed? I don't know. We'll do that. We do have better PMs. We do need more convoys. Wow, so much auto production of arts academies in East Java. What the hell? What's going on? You just plus 13 them? I can't imagine they're going to be that wildly profitable. I mean, I think we're exporting art. Okay, well, whatever. This is going to actually make a ton of intellectuals, which is going to be good for us. Because this might be enough to boost the trade unionists out. And they stall on census. We can come off of it. I think that that's what we're supposed to do. Little unfortunate getting unlucky rolls. Now, we could try for universal. This will make the industrialists upset, but they won't be radicalized because we just passed a law that they like. So we're just going to try a tick of universal, which we're going to lose a lot of money because we're going to be getting less investmental transfer because we are no longer getting... We will be no longer getting their bonus. Except we are? Bueller? That tooltip was wrong then, so that's good for us, I suppose. We will split these guys up. We're going to enforce on these boyos pretty soon here. Now let's take a look here. We got to do this number plus this number to see how much we're really making. do think we want the steel railway cars. They are not spreading to us, but this is fine. Let's just get them a little bit faster. And then we maybe want to go back into society tech after this, specifically for civilizing mission and feminism. And mutual funds and this sort of, yeah, just all of this stuff's pretty good. The steel frame buildings, etc. Alright, mostly etc. Where do we have steel? So we have a lot of steel here, so we're just gonna do that. I think it's on auto expand as well. Yeah, and we're gonna put steel where we are encouraging, yeah, it's already on auto expand, perfect. So we subjugate them, all the stuff, all the things. We'll eventually annex them and build the Panama Canal. But for now, we have a ton of infamy to decay, which is exactly where we want to be. And check the Philippines. Nope, but you're close. I'm just gonna annex these guys. I think we're just gonna tidy this up. This is a source of the UK joining against us a lot. And so I think if we get rid of a lot of these unrecognized nations and just annex them, they won't want to join against us so much. We get the frowny face and the thing in the null state. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Not sure exactly what it's about. Eventually we'll get a decent roll on these as well. Really trying to get the trade unions up here though. Maybe we need to not tax services. Let's just take a quick look at what our middle strata are doing. They're consuming a lot of services, and our lower strata is starting to consume a decent amount of services, so maybe we want to come off of this to boost standard of living anyways. It's going to cost 50k though. So we could increase taxes and remove this. Something like this. We also don't really mind the people who are in government losing clout. And then we will be able to come in and bolster the trade unionists. Austria, wait, what the frick? Austria, come on, bro. Thought we were cool. Yeah, well, we can't do it with Austria in the mix. Didn't even know Austria had an interest over here. Come on. I mean, we're starting to get close to the point where we could do some of that, though. So let's do what we just did before anyways. Let's do that, get rid of this. And bolster the trade unionists, because we really don't want to get the radical to roll onto our trade unionists and then not be able to put them in government. So we're going to do this. Yeah. Because this is all for trying to get multiculturalism. And we'll take 2 ticks of universal suffrage no matter what, actually, I think. And then if both ticks fail, we'll switch back to census. And we'll just alternate as we need to. SOL should, in general, go up, I think, despite us taxing more on the services. Although it'll go up more for... It'll probably go down more for the lower rung pops. We'll try to import some of this, though. Maybe we don't want to be rivaling Austria as well. So let's end this. We're just going to take another tick of universal suffrage. I know it's only 4%, but... Well, actually we're going to take a look. We're not getting the bonus from the Industrialists, so we will actually come off of this so we can get the bonus from the Industrialists again. A little unsatisfying, but this greatly increases the investment pool transfer, which is a huge portion of our overall income, so... A bit unfortunate. We maybe want to annex the Congo soon. Demogram. Annex these boyos. I mean, Austria joining against us can't really do anything. We're gonna get the annex off. I suppose they can ask for, like, just some of this random territory, but... We have a movement, a political movement for enacting universal suffrage. A little late to the party, but okay. So we will probably wait to roll with the political movement, and so we won't try and enact census suffrage then, as long as that political movement's around. I think no one's joining. Yep. Okay, cool. The Jazz sides with Egypt and what? Conquer Aleppo? And France is getting in it. That's just like... Yeah, it's way more aggressive now in 1.2.2 than they were in even 1.2.1, but definitely in the live patch of 1. Whatever. Yeah, we've just been struggling with the super caked up industrialists though. 55% clout, so much. Poor laws only help them, but don't want to go pro speech. I mean, we're really just waiting. Steel rail cars are fantastic. I think we'll switch on to them here, because this is the place where our railways should actually be the least profitable. So we'll switch here. And we are going to need to make more steel in general. Why don't we switch in a couple places, actually? And then we'll look to switch in the rest soon, once we start finishing some steel. Campaign financing. We're not going to help the Conservative Party. Really excited to get this to 51 though for the max economies of scale throughput bonus. We're making some money moves. It's me or them? Who is this me? Yeah, let's do it. The Industrialists hate it. Industrialists hate them, but does work out decently. We're gonna add a little bit of construction here and there. Mostly there. They have infrastructure problems. We will solve them with a port, because I think we are running low on the convoys. What is this? Ecuador, interesting. We could try and get Venezuela into the market, like just the slower way. I think I like this, actually. We could bankroll them. Let's check our other bankrolls, see how things are moving and shaking. The answer is they're not moving or shaking very much. Cuba, we have an obligation. They are defending the borders, which is preventing this, but they're pretty close other than that. We'll just keep the bankroll. It's not an expensive bankroll. We could just raw dog invite Bukhara to the customs union, so we'll do that. Gonna be annexing these guys pretty soon. Customs union is starting to get a little bit big. You know, we're over here, we're here, we're here. Ish. Ooh, we can annex Najd and stuff. We're starting to get close to discovering oil or getting pump jacks and these type of thing. Let's take a look how society tech is coming. Is anything not spreading? No, not really. Do want to go like feminism, mutual funds, steel frame buildings, all these. Maybe feminism's less important. We'll just go civilizing mission into... Actually, civilizing mission's probably not that important. We'll just go steel frame buildings. I think. Free trade party crushes. But let's see. Hopefully we got some clout. Ah, the trade unions are up in it. Let's go, baby. So they have been boosted somehow. I don't know why. Oh, they lost clout here. But they're not gonna... They had gotten up to 5% and then they lost clout in the election, but... Unfortunately, it's hard to make a coherent government with the industrialists in here. And the trade unionists. Which is a bit of a problem. We just need to be slightly legitimate. Could, like, fight Great Shang for Beijing just to try and do this. Kinda not as keen on that, but it's something we could do. We have Colombia. We just finished these guys. We can go after Sigagu or whatever. Just conquer state them. Could just dominion them too. I think no one joins against us on these types of ones. Mobilize this guy. We'll put him on the front. We'll recruit another guy. I guess our guy with cancer died. That's a shocker. I can't believe that happened. And I think this guy was... He's expert offensive and he's royal folk. Yeah, let's go. Let's promote him. And I think we have a navy. We have room for an admiral. Definitely want to get rid of the Zanj guy. These guys aren't the best. This guy's got some minus to health, so we'll just recruit him and use him for now. We do have a movement for universal suffrage. We're kind of waiting on it because we do want to do it. And we will try and appease these boyos. Now, I read in Zanj, we allegedly have a boat somewhere. Let's get rid of... Oh, we can't because we have a rev movement. Damn. Damn. All these tooling workshops are finishing though, so we should be popping off there. Because we're getting to the 51 economies of scale throughput cap. So let's build a bunch of construction centers too. Maybe that's a little too much. I think not, but maybe. Looks like we miss out on an opportunity to create a front in there, but we're going to have the Congo in there to make up for it. We do want to come through Zulu, but they've been improving relations with us this entire time, so that's unfortunate. We can add some stuff. Let's go for war reps. And banning slavery, make that primary. And opening the market and make that primary. That way people don't try and enforce that on us later. And we can do universal suffrage now, and we should have a pretty big movement for it. Yeah, 61%. This is fantastic. The Industrialists, we lose their bonuses. We get the bonuses of the trade unions. But if this passes through, the trade unions will definitely maintain their strength. There's a movement to preserve wealth voting, but it doesn't include the Industrialists. If it includes the Industrialists, we'll be in a problem, but they're neutral right now. And the trade unions bonus in general is really good, so this might be it. This might be the spot where we manage to kind of move towards multiculturalism, basically. This should be short work here. We have some infamy we are decaying anyways, so we're doing the small Bali wars, although we do want to annex the Congo to give us another front into here for when we swap over to starting to colonize a bit more. I believe this is also regular malaria. Have to double check, I suppose. Not severe. Yeah, it is, so we'll colonize it pretty quick. Getting a lot of the cheap good stuff. We get an obligation from Venezuela. Let's absolve it. So we're going to try and get them in the customs union. I think we're going to try and import sugar and dyes and fabric from them. In general, and grain. I saw that wasn't profitable. It's not too big a deal. And sugar. Saw it wasn't profitable, not too big a deal. We're going to export to them, in particular, clothes, I think, and tools. Ooh, we could probably also import wood from them. Not hardwood, though. We get pragmatism, so we're going to swap that over in just a second. We're going to try and export tools to Venezuela. We already are. Just kidding. Xing wants a defensive pact. Now, if they gave us an obligation, we would definitely say yes. And what? What did we annex? We're not going to do it here, but Timbuktu we will. I think that should solve our buildings problems. Yep, it does. And then we will find our unis, and we will... Wait. Oh, I thought we researched a uni tech. Okay, fair enough. I see that we do have another tech for munitions, though. Swap on over on that. I think we're probably starting to pay on subsidies, right? A decent amount. So we will start swapping over rail transport on these to try and decrease those subsidies. We enforce on them. Getting devastation is kind of whatever. We will annex the Congo here if we can. I guess we'll take a save. There's been a lot of finger putting in pie so far recently. So we'll go to annex these guys. And we'll take a look. What tech are we researching? Steel frame buildings. Yeah, this seems fine. Definitely want to up the steel output by quite a bit if we can. But we kind of are already. Maybe we want to start using labor-saving PMs on these things. Certainly here. No, guess not. Well, wildly profitable, though. So we could make labor way cheaper here in particular as well. This profitability is helping drive our ability to increase construction by quite a bit, so... And they're just uncertain, because of course they... Oh my god. This is why we save. And there's like, it's not like, it doesn't show us at the start, hey, France is leaning this direction, you should watch out. They're gonna steal your husband and your wife. Because they join in everyone's play out here. Something like that. So close to getting them as a protectorate. We are damaging relations with Carta. So we wanted to do something against Carta. Okay. And we're damaging relations with Sigogu. We don't need to damage relations with anymore. I thought we had a protectorate somewhere. Afghanistan, right? Kokand, maybe? Yeah. But we can't annex them through Afghanistan because I think Afghanistan's just in the customs union. This is fine. Trying to do a useful war and it's impossible because everyone joins against us. We could try and dominion these guys in a little bit. Again, I think that this, like... This isn't fine-grained enough. We believe these countries may join either side or remain neutral, and there's, like, no information. It's just completely opaque here. And so, like, if it gave us, like, percentages, then, like, we could make... Decisions would feel a lot better. It just feels like random rolling of the dice, and you just check, and it's like, nope, F you, and then whatever. Very good shot of getting universal suffrage here, though. Despite having a 50% clout industrialist, and this will just absolutely kneecap the clout once the next election rolls through. Which will be big ups for us. They're in the customs union, they're not in the customs union. We could bankroll them and try and get them in. Let's do that, I guess. Seems useful enough. Can't get these guys in the customs union. We have a trade agreement, though. We show good relations. And we get universal suffrage. Now, I don't think it recalculates the cloud immediately. I think it has to wait for the next election. But now, we just have to get a liberal somewhere. Or a market liberal. Notably, we are not completing Path to Liberalism. Because we have all interest groups... are not insurrection. Okay, so we will once these guys are no longer insurrectionary. So I guess we'll take... Alright, okay, here it is. Right, so we should pop this. And then we will say, hey, we would like a radical. And this will make this guy a radical, who's the trade unionist. So we have to get him into government and try and pass. Can we... Is there any way for us to put him in government and have it be legitimate? Because more than anything, this is a way. This is the way. We will proceed. Now we have a negative 200 authority. I guess we do not need to bolster these guys. We'll stop bolstering. We have negative this and that, but we can very, very importantly go for multiculturalism. So this is what we'll do. The thought, the word, and the ideal, you're telling me. I think we'll do university throughput. Nah, we'll do this. Alright. We like money more. And then we'll check to see if we have insufficient tax capacity anywhere. We don't. Anywheres. So we'll add a couple of government admins. And we are on our way to getting multiculturalism. Oh, baby. This is it. Now, France is not going to join against us when they're doing this, right? I'm going to take a save here. Actually, yeah, we're gonna do this annex, but maybe we should have tried to dominion the Netherlands. This kicks us into a more infamous tier, though. I don't think we can afford to do that. We can't afford, like, the UK switching from genial to domineering or something weird. So, hopefully France doesn't just decide, hey, I know I'm actually trying to clap somebody, but I can clap two of you, because the truth is they can. Spain sides with the Congo. I think that we can handle. I think we can handle Spain siding with the Congo. Let's see what they want from us. Conquer Bali. Spain's actually pretty chalked up. Pretty big. Well, let's just take a look. Yeah, they probably like, yeah, they're like 3x our size. Wow. This is just painful, man. And like, I don't know. I think like some level of unpredictability is maybe like a good thing, but like a really high level of unpredictability is not. I guess we could maybe go for dominioning them. I think, no, people will just join against us. We have to decay this, so maybe this is where we're at. We're just trying to decay and go for the Netherlands again. Probably annex Sintang. And no one can stop us, I'm guessing, because it's internal anyway. But they could join in and take our stuff. Hopefully this multiculturalism would be so sick if we just got it on the first tick with the 5%, just bink. The people who oppose it are not in government, so... Wait, what? The Intelligentsia oppose it. Come on, you guys. You guys. Come on. Yeah, they do. Intelligentsia changes, man. Scarred, psychological affliction. He's got all of it. Could also suppress the Free Trade Party. This would maybe not be bad. Running a slight deficit, this is kind of where we want to be. We actually want to be running a slightly bigger deficit. Why is the relation poor? How much debt is this? 13 mil? We're gonna take a little save here. And see if we can just pull them into our customs union instead, because I think they just joined someone else's customs union. Yeah, they joined the British. And we would like them to not be in the British. So we're gonna take on their debt, which is gonna be very expensive. And then invite them to our customs union. Oh, they can't change. Yeah. We really don't want them in the British Customs Union, and we really love them in ours. So we're going to see if we can maybe make that happen. This is... So I think the saving and reloading with the plays is less scumbaggy than this. This is probably more scumbaggy. So we have a trade agreement. Oh, we can't take on your debt right now. But they would join our customs union if we had the diplomacy. Okay, well then... Let's stop damaging relations with Carthage and invite you to the customs union. That'll be really good once we get multiculturalism as well. And they accept. Big, thick market. Great Shing in the market. In the mix. That's such a big deal for us. Great Shing in the mix. I wish there was something that, like, you could set an alert if someone's willing to accept. What is this about? Port connections. Oh my god, the port connection to Great Shing is huge. Alright, so we gotta try and fix that, because they are gonna hemorrhage money, and we're gonna hemorrhage money, so we gotta get a lot more of these. Something like this, maybe? I don't know. probably too many, actually. That is a lot of ports. We only need a couple more convoys, but this is a lot from... We get interest in all these regions. We can now take on their debt if we wanted. Absolutely huge customs union. Yeah, we're losing a ton of money now because the negative convoys and bureaucracy negative. But we should be able to wind this up quite a bit. It's going to be very expensive for the increased. Now wait, why is... Oh, they're importing it from Russia. They are importing from Russia. Perfect. A bunch of people are going to import like stuff that would normally be from China from us. This also means that we can collapse people's silk access now that we have Great Shing in the market. The big reason that getting them in the market's great though is because we can siphon off their pops. So once we get multiculturalism, we should be able to siphon off pops real easy. And the convoys will also make our trade better, like long term. So let's see if we can actually export. Now we will just do overland exporting only, but export some of this stuff to Russia and Brazil, I guess. I'd love to get the Brazil in the customs union. We do not want minus enactment chance, but we're getting it no matter what, so... Mandate. I don't think we have a lot of mandate pops. I don't think we have a lot of shopkeepers either. So now we have an interesting inflection point. I think we're going to take another tick at 0%. Or I guess we should have chosen the other option, because we're now at like negative 10%. This is unfortunate. Hopefully our boyo does not die. The one guy who's radical, right, this guy, we need to not die. But he's also going to get a lot stronger the next election. And this will become easier the next election as well. The ethical policy, you're telling me. Now this is starting to get fixed as some of these ports are finishing. Get an obligation from the Sikh Empire. Maybe we can pull them in. Or we're looking to do that. Yeah, okay, fair enough. And we can protectorate these guys. We'll use the obligation. We'll do it. We'll do it, finally. And we'll start damaging relations. In theory, we could even protectorate Great Shing, although, very hard. They have powerful protectors. Who's your protector? Oh, they haven't fixed this. So because they're in our customs union, we're, like, protecting them? Wait, why do they have powerful protectors? I have no idea. I'm so confused. Once this guy finishes up here, we'll assign him over here. Doesn't auto-assign because the distance is too far. Starting to make some money moves. Also, the ports are finishing. Our economy is healing. Persia is genial with us. We can get a trade agreement for freezies. And we maybe want to bankroll them because we can get them in the customs union fairly easy. We do have a very valuable customs union now. Probably want to expand construction here. Man, we really need to get on multiculturalism. It sucks that you know what? We maybe should have been... This maybe should be our government. The one we're trying to pass it. Yeah, it's probably this, right? That way the Intelligentsia don't help reinforce negative events. How long until we can try and pass multiculturalism again, though? 7 months. Yikes. Hopefully this guy doesn't die in 7 months. That would be unfortunate. But for now, I'm going to call it an episode. This episode, we brought Great Shogun to our customs union, which is insane that you can do this. And so we should be siphoning off pops from them quite a lot once we get multiculturalism. They won't really migrate right now, especially even though we have no migration controls and they're like eligible to migrate, they still really don't. But then they like flood in once you're not discriminating against them. So this is kind of even more so where we want to be moving. Anyway, ooh. Go Belgium liberal revolts, I guess. But yeah, this is what happened this episode. Hopefully next episode, maybe we can try and dominion the Netherlands again. We've been letting our infamy decay quite a bit to help facilitate this, and so it just needs a little bit more decay so that we don't pop over 25 and have everyone join against us. And so this is hopefully what we'll be doing next episode. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and have a good one.